The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the world of virtual classes. How are you all? I hope you're fine and enjoying the virtual classes. So let's begin today's session by watching a small video. What would life be without the wonders of nature? As Albert Einstein said, look deep into nature and then you will understand everything better. We live on the most beautiful planet, Earth, which has very clean and attractive nature full of greenery. Nature is our best friend which provides us all the resources to live. We should fully enjoy the nature without disturbing its ecological balance. We should care our nature, make it peaceful, keep it clean and prevent it from the destruction, so that we can enjoy our nature forever. But at present, what is happening to our nature? Each and every day it's being polluted. Climate change has also played an important role in our planet's development. We now know that life itself in all its richness and variety is threatened. What are the main reasons for that? Is climate change really the only driving force? Yes. Compared to early changes in the climate, the extreme state of degradation of the natural world we find in many regions of the world today, along with the speed climate change is taking place, account for the most important reasons. So yes children, by watching that video I hope you got an idea about what we are going to learn today, right? Yes, that is about climate change. So in today's class, let's hear the speech delivered by Leonardo DiCaprio about climate change. Do you know who is Leonardo DiCaprio? Leonardo DiCaprio is a famous American actor who has achieved international fame for his film epic romance that is Titanic. He is also a producer and a committed environmentalist. There is a famous quote said by DiCaprio about climate change, and here it is. Climate change is real. It is happening right now. It is the most urgent threat facing our entire species, and we need to work collectively together and stop procrastinating. So children, DiCaprio speaks about how climate change is going to affect the entire species and also our ecosystem. Okay children, now let's hear the speech delivered by Leonardo DiCaprio at UN Climate Summit. Climate change is not hysteria, it's a fact. That is what DiCaprio is saying. Climate change is not hysteria, it's a fact. That is, what is the meaning of hysteria? It is a kind of excitement. So what he is saying, climate change is not hysteria, it's a fact. So what he conveys is that climate change is not something which should create a sense of excitement among the people, but we should realize that it's a fact. Now let's begin the speech. Thank you Mr. Secretary General, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests. I am honored to be here today. I stand before you not as an expert but as a concerned citizen, one of the 4 lakh people who marched in the streets of New York on Sunday, and the billions of others around the world who want to solve our climate crisis. So, at the beginning, he is thanking the Secretary General, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and all the distinguished guests, and he is very much honored to be present there. I stand before you not as an expert but as a concerned citizen. Now, DiCaprio stand as a concerned citizen and not as an expert. What he says is that he stand as a concerned citizen as one of the 4 lakh people who marched in the streets of New York on Sunday. Now, he is not standing as an expert but now he stands as a concerned citizen who marched in the streets of New York on Sunday along with 4 lakh people to solve the climate crisis. Next paragraph. As an actor, I pretend for a living. I play fictitious characters, often solving fictitious problems. I believe mankind has looked at climate change in that same way as if it were a fiction, happening to someone else's planet, as if pretending that climate change wasn't real would somehow make it go away. So what he says is that as an actor, he pretends for a living, that is, he, as I said before, he is an American actor. So what he says is that as an actor he pretends for a living and he often play fictitious characters. What is the meaning of fictitious? That is not real or imaginary. So he plays fictitious characters and he tries to solve fictitious problems as an actor. I believe mankind has looked at climate change in that same way as if it were a fiction. So what DiCaprio says is that most of the people consider the climate change as a fictitious problem, that is, it is not something real or it is an imaginary problem. But is that the case? No, it is a real problem or it is the major threat that we are facing nowadays, happening to someone else's planet. So what is the attitude of the people? The people think that the climate change is a crisis which is happening in some other's planet, and they also think that climate change is not real and one day it will go away. Third paragraph. But I think we know better than that. Every week we are seeing new and undeniable climate events. Evidence that accelerated climate change is here now. We know that droughts are intensifying, our oceans are warming and acidifying with methane plumes rising up from beneath the ocean floor. We are seeing extreme weather events, increased temperatures, and the West Antarctic and Greenland ice shields melting at unprecedented rates decades ahead of scientific projections. So next he speaks about the undeniable climate events. Undeniable, that is impossible to deny. So the undeniable climate events like droughts are intensifying, that is droughts are increasing more and more. Our oceans are warming and acidifying with methane plumes rising from beneath the ocean floor, that is the oceans are warming and always acidifying with methane plumes rising from the ocean floor. And extreme weather events, nowadays we can see extreme weather events like increased temperatures, and the Western Antarctic and Greenland ice shields are melting at a high rate. Next paragraph. None of this is rhetoric and none of it is hysteria. It is a fact. The scientific community knows it. The industry knows it and governments knows it. Climate change is our single greatest security threat. None of this is rhetoric and none of it is hysteria. So climate change is not something inventory or it is not something which create a sense of excitement, but we must realize that it is a fact. The scientific community knows it, the industry knows it, and government knows it. Climate change is our single greatest security threat. So what DiCaprio points out is that the scientific community, the industry, and also the government knows that climate change is our greatest security threat. Okay, next paragraph. My friends, This body, perhaps more than any other gathering in human history, now faces this difficult but achievable task. You can make history or you will be vilified by it. To be clear, this is not about just telling people to change their light bulbs or to buy a hybrid car. This disaster has grown beyond the choices that individuals make. This is now about our industries and our governments around the world taking decisive large-scale action. So children, Leonardo DiCaprio points out that our human history is going to face a major threat, and to overcome this threat is something very much difficult. To be clear, this is not just about telling people to change their light bulbs or to buy a hybrid car. He also pointed out that it does not make any change when we change our light bulbs or if we buy a hybrid car. This disaster has grown to a great extent, and it is the time for the government and the industries to take large-scale decisive action. Now let's see the next paragraph. I am not a scientist, but I don't need to be, because the world's scientific community has spoken and they have given us a prognosis. If we do not act together, we will surely perish. Now is our moment for action. So he says that he is not a scientist and he don't want to be a scientist because the world's scientific community has already spoken. The world's scientific community has already spoken about the climate change and they have given us a prognosis. What is the meaning of prognosis? Forecast or foresight about the future. So the world scientific community has given an idea about climate change and how it is going to affect our ecosystem, and they has given us our prognosis, that is the forecast of the future. Prognosis meaning forecast of the future or foresight. So the scientific community has already given us an idea about what is climate change and how it is going to affect our nature or ecosystem. If we do not act together, we will surely perish. So after knowing about this threat, if we do not act together, surely we are going to perish. Do you know what is the meaning of perish? Perish meaning destroy. So if we are not able to act together, surely the human history is going to be destroyed. We need to put a price tag on carbon emissions and eliminate government subsidies for coal, gas and oil companies. We need to end the free ride that industrial polluters have been given in the name of a free market economy. They don't deserve our tax dollars, they deserve our scrutiny. For the economy itself will die if our ecosystems collapse. Next, he points out that we must put a price tag for the industries for emitting carbon, and the government should eliminate all the subsidies for coal, gas and also other oil companies. We need to end the free ride that industrial polluters have been given in the name of free market economy. So, in the name of free market economy, the industrial polluters are given free ride, so that should be eliminated. They don't deserve our tax dollars, they deserve our scrutiny. So what he says, they don't deserve our tax dollars. Who the industrial polluters does not need or does not deserve our tax dollars. What they deserve is our scrutiny or our inspection. For the economy itself will die if our ecosystems collapse. So if our ecosystem gets damaged, our economy will also be collapsed. Next paragraph. The good news is that renewable energy is not only achievable but good economic policy. This is not a partisan debate, it is a human one. Clean air and water and a livable climate are inalienable human rights. And solving this crisis is not a question of politics, it is a question of our survival. The good news is that renewable energy is not only achievable but good economic policy. That is, to sustain and protect our ecosystem, we have to save our renewable resources, which helps to boost our economy. This is not a partisan debate. What do you mean by partisan? That is, it is not particular for a party. This is not a party debate, it is a human one. So it is not about something which should create a debate among the people, but it is a human one. It is very much related to human beings. Clean air and water and a livable climate are inalienable human rights. What is the meaning of inalienable? That is incapable of being alienated. That is, for a person or for a human being, clean air and water and a livable climate is his own right. And solving this crisis is not a question of politics, it is a question of our survival. That is, if we want to survive, that is, it is our duty to protect our ecosystem. Next paragraph. We only get one planet. Humankind must become accountable on a massive scale for the wanton destruction of our collective home. Protecting our future on this planet depends on the conscious evolution of our species. So what he points out is that we only get one planet. So we are living in this planet. Humankind must become accountable on a massive scale for the wanton destruction of our collective home. What is the meaning of wanton? W-A-N-T-O-N. Wanton meaning uncontrollable. So we the human beings are responsible, or we are accountable for the massive destruction of our collective home, and it is our responsibility to protect our ecosystem or our collective home. Protecting our future on this planet depends on the conscious evolution of our species. That is, the existence of our future generation depends on how we protect our planet. Final paragraph. This is the most urgent of times and the most urgent of messages. Honored delegates, leaders of the world, I pretend for a living, but you do not. The people made their voices heard on Sunday around the world, and the momentum will not stop. And now it's your turn. The time to answer the greatest challenge of our existence on this planet is now. We beg of you to face it with courage and honesty. Thank you. So finally he is addressing the audience. This is the most urgent of times and the most urgent of messages. Honored delegates, leaders of the world, I pretend for a living, but you do not. So finally he gives a warning to the whole world that it is the time for action, or to make a firm decision to protect our homeland. The people made their voices heard on Sunday around the world, and the momentum will not stop. So the march which they have started in the New York street is not going to stop. And now it's your turn. The time to answer the greatest challenge of our existence on this planet is now. So he is pointing that it is our turn. Now it's our turn to answer the greatest challenge of our existence in this planet. So it is our duty to protect our Mother Earth and our planet. We beg of you to face it with courage and honesty. So with full courage and honesty, we must protect our homeland, that is our Mother Earth. So children, climate change has already begun to impact our planet in more ways than we think. Saving the environment starts with us. And as a concerned citizen, it is our responsibility to take action against these changes and to save our planet for future generations. So how can we prevent climate change? Here is the answer. Make your community green. Be more conservative with energy usage. Reduce, reuse and recycle. Educate yourself and others about climate change. Encourage the use of renewable energies. So children, from today's class, now you got an idea about one of the major threat or challenge that we are facing today, and also the measures that we should keep in mind to overcome this challenge. So let's wind up the session. Meet you in the next class. Till then, it's bye from your Aparna teacher.